something rather wild. None of those words came anywhere near to describing her. "Please don't feel like I need to be entertained or something," she said. "I have duties, you know." Reaching out to take one of Jane's hands, Amy nudged her backward, deeper into the bedchamber, and shut the door behind them. "I need to speak plainly with you, Jane," she whispered. The morning's annoyance at the bagpipes twisted into genuine alarm. "Are you well, Amy? If you need to return to London, I will of course accompany you." "Is Jane—" her cousin interrupted, a smile again lighting her face. "Hush." Clamping her mouth shut, Jane kept hold of Amy's hand. The past few months swirled about them still, chaotic and full of adventure, romance, a trio of Highlander brothers, and a quartet of weddings. And now Amy's pregnancy, and arriving but 5 days before Christmas at a place none of the ladies had ever been before, but now would be calling home for at least part of the year. "I can never thank you enough for what you did for me. For Niall and me, Jane," Amy said, squeezing her hand. "It cost you your home and your employment. I know you've assumed the position of Lady Aldric's companion, but is that what you truly want?" Jane winced a little. Another discussion about possibilities, when she'd exhausted them all ages ago. "I am a lady's companion, Amy. What should I be? A baker's apprentice?" "Yes, but, I mean, I know my mother managed to make you feel grateful, that she was willing to offer you a position as my companion. That is not all you have to be, though. Your family may not have been as wealthy as mine, but your birth is certainly equal to mine. What I mean to say is, if you wish to do something else, to find a different life, I will see to it that you—" "I'm quite fine, Amy," Jane broke in, her heart easing as she realised this was only about her cousin's guilt at having the happier life. "I am 33. Far too old to be dancing through London looking for a husband, of all things." She winced again at that thought. "And, as you know, I have a preference for quiet and peace." "Yes, but being Lady Aldric's companion gives me all the exposure I want to life's fineries. And she's kind, if a bit intimidating. The first being very welcome, and the second being something to which I am quite accustomed." Indeed, just discussing her former employer and aunt, Victoria Baxter, left her with a twitch and a hunch to her shoulders. Good heavens! She was pleased to be away from that, and from being reminded constantly how grateful she should be to have a roof over her head, and someone willing to put up with her timid ways enough to keep her employed. Now she'd fallen into a position that, while Lady Aldrich expected competence and a degree of independent thinking, at least made her feel valued, if not entirely necessary. After all, the Countess had a daughter, and this summer had added 3 new daughters-in-law to her family. Companion seemed superfluous, even to Jane. She'd been ignoring that fact for the past few months, however, and intended to continue to do so until she managed to convince herself that this was where she was meant to be. "I just want you to be happy," Amy pressed. "You are a good person, you know. Thank you for concerning yourself about me, when you have so many other things on your mind." Amy put her free hand over her stomach. "I can hardly believe how differently this year is ending from the way it began. I was a burden, never proper enough, never saying the right thing, and never going to be able to make a beneficial marriage. Now I'm married to a Highlander, of all people. I'm deliriously happy, and I'm going to be a mother in 3 months. And you're in Scotland. Don't forget that," Jane added, as the wailing bagpipe began again. Laughing, Amy hugged her. "I know! We'll have snow for Christmas. Can you imagine?"